Fingerprints. The art of studying fingerprints to determine personality traits has been practiced for thousands of years and is believed to have originated in India. As well as studying fingerprints, many practitioners also use foot and palm prints to ascertain information about a person's health and character. Can you imagine? Who needs a doctor when you can get certain about your health by just reading fingerprints? Many palm readers even use a combination of the lines and mounts on a person's palm as well as their fingerprints to discern a complete profile of the person they are dealing with. The type of fingerprints and which finger it is found on reveals a lot about the person. There are three basic types of fingerprints: the loop, the whorl, and the arc. The variation and finger placement reveals aspects of the holder's personality. Most people have a combination of fingerprint types on each hand. For example, a whorl fingerprint on the thumb and a loop fingerprint on the index finger. In this video, we will talk about these three basic fingerprints. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel. The loop. This is the most commonly seen type of fingerprint. People with loop fingerprints tend to be of average intelligence and with a pleasant, even-tempered demeanor. They are quite happy to go with the flow and are generally content in life. They make excellent partners and employees and are comfortable following rather than leading. The whorl. The second most prevalent fingerprint is the whorl. Those who bear these fingerprints tend to be above average in intelligence, independent, and have a dominant personality type. They would much rather lead than to follow. Finger placement of the whorl is of the utmost importance as it reveals much more about the personality. A whorl on the thumb reveals high intellect and a strong will. Whorl on both thumbs may indicate a controlling nature and an iron will, or lack of flexibility. Someone who predominantly possesses whorls on their fingertips can be extremely intelligent, organized, exacting, and controlling. A strong-willed perfectionist. A hand that has only one or two whorl fingerprints is very desirable as it shows a bright, organized mind without the desire for the perfectionism. The arc. This fingerprint is seen less than the loop or the whorl and is said to be the sign of someone with an analytical mind who is practical and cautious. They prefer traditional values and do not like change. People with numerous arcs on their fingertips can be difficult to get along with, as they are very set in their ways. A curve with a high level of methodology and a little surprise suits someone with these kinds of prints. Another few types of fingerprints are the tented arc, the double loop, and the peacock eye. The tented arc. The bearer of this fingerprint shares the same character traits as those of the tented arc, but they tend to be more pronounced. Typically, people with one or more of these fingerprints have an anxious and excitable disposition and are prone to anxiety disorders. Much depends on finger placements. For example, a tented arc fingerprint found on the little finger, which is a finger that relates to communication and sexual tastes. The double loop. This fingerprint is unusual as often the signs of someone with a duplicitous nature. Put quite simply, a liar. Con artists and criminals often have this fingerprint. They can be emotionally unstable and difficult to be in a relationship with. That being said, those who bear this mark are known to be able to see both sides of an issue and also make good lawyers. Proceed with caution if you see this fingerprint on someone you plan on becoming involved with. The peacock eye. This print is somewhat rare and looks like a typically looped fingerprint with a whorl in the center, thus giving it its appearance of a peacock eye. It is thought to be the sign of someone with artistic talents, especially if seen on the ring finger, which is said to be connected with our creativity and inner self. It also signifies someone who is happy marching to the beat of their own drum and who may seem a little odd. It would not be unusual for the possessor of this fingerprint to have an unusual personal style and work in a creative field. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below your fingerprint personality.